My good
Back in the
friend
day.
Jason Cohen, back in the day, man. That was a while ago, dude.
Yeah, wasn't it? It's when we first started using Be Live. You took it off.
Yeah, I watched you and Jay Jack were doing it.
Yeah.
And then did like a
But he was
testing.
frozen the whole time.
Jay was?
Yeah.
I gotta put away my flute.
Just share this in
what?
I'm just sharing that we're live. I'm gonna share now publicly.
I was playing my flute for Jason. I have a bunch of Native American flutes. He was saying that I need to do like a intro and an outro. Are you frozen right now, dude? You're so still. There you go.
I was just sharing the stuff, so I wasn't really moving much.
This is my fave.
That's your flute?
This is one of them. Ready?
Why don't we, give the public a little sample?
There you go.
Yeah. That's how we start the show. A little flute action.
So you were saying you can't watch the show. What show were you talking about?
The movie where I guess the dog comes back to the person in different dogs.
Yeah.
Right? I can't. Not ready for that.
Dude, I remember when I was a kid and we watched Where the Red Fern Grows in elementary school in Idaho. And man, I was a wreck. I was a wreck for days, dude. Like anytime a movie with a dog dying in it, oh, it just kills me.
Yeah. Can't do those.
So what are you
frozen now?
You're frozen?
I don't know. Can't looked like for a second on Facebook when I was checking it out. Can you see the feed?
I think so. Can you guys? I don't know if anybody's watching this. Here, let's see. Okay, it looks like we got some people joining us now.
Awesome.
Cool. So, you're in Brooklyn, right?
I am in Brooklyn, New York.
So, what's it like in Brooklyn right now?
Hold on, I'm just don't know if I can see it. Right now it's a little crazy in Brooklyn. They just started today. You can't go to a bar or a restaurant and sit down, even like at my local coffee shop. You can get things to go. I actually saw that the governor said you can actually go to a bar and get your drink to go. So that's pretty cool. But they're trying to let people, still drink and have a good time, but can't do it at the bar. Can't stay at a restaurant. Mayor today said he might do, I don't know what it's called, the shelter thing, that we have to stay at home and only take like dogs out for a walk or go to a grocery store and not really be outside much. That hasn't happened yet, but they're already talking about it. So crazy times. I postponed or canceled all my sessions with my students until the 30th. I think that's a responsible thing to do. Going to try to help my students other ways remotely. I have a closed Facebook group, stuff like that. How's it there with you, though? A little different part of the country.
Different. We're live right now, sweetie. My wife just walked in the room. And then we just kind of went, at last minute went live here. So because we're at home, might as well make the best of it.
Exactly. I'm going to start doing more. So it looks like John Sparks saying, hey.
What's up, John? Joni's on. Hey, guys.
Joni's on.
Joni, my
friend. Good people right there.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's not too crazy right now. I mean, I've been in the city and stuff, and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah, St. Patty's Day. Where's the green beer?
It's also my anniversary to my wife.
Oh man! So what you doing?
We just had some corned beef and cabbage, and now we're going live on Facebook. No, we've been hanging out, and 16 years. I've been married to her, man. So we're getting up into the latter part of the teens, and very thankful. And it's one of the most challenging things is having a relationship with another person successfully. And she's been, just a great person to be married to. So
you're a lucky man.
Yeah. She puts up with a lot of shit, man. She's not a dog guy or a dog girl. She's not as passionate or has the skill or even the drive to work with them to the level that I do. And so
Yeah.
I'm very thankful that I have somebody that is willing to let me and my passion run all over her life too. You know.
It's nice to have someone that, you can share it with.
Yeah. Yeah, but nothing. I mean, the biggest thing here is that the cancellations, the losing money,
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
hurting, and it's just a scary time. But it's also, we'll figure it out. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
there's a way through this, and that's exactly it. Is we have to go through it, and the challenges in life, they define us. They make us
Mm-hmm.
this. Your strength is within that challenge. You have is where you're going to realize that strength through that discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I look forward to being on the other side of this and seeing where we're at. Just so silly that people are hoarding weird things,
Yeah.
man.
Toilet paper? I don't get it. There's other ways to clean
I
yourself.
don't
You don't
get
just
it,
need toilet
dude.
paper. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, there was such a big big problem with that up here too. I mean, but it's also, we spoke about that yesterday with
Yeah.
Sherry Boyer and how
That
things
was a great
uh,
talk.
like a big bulk. Good. Yeah, I'm glad
Mm-hmm.
you liked it, man. Um, yeah, she's one of my favorite people on the face of the earth, and it's just, I think that it's important to just kind of talk and um, I don't know, just be honest in these times. Even if you're
Mm-hmm.
feeling a little vulnerable, or even if you're feeling anxious, um, it's important to have somebody to talk to. And just like we are professionals with dogs, and we help people
Mm-hmm.
with dogs, and we can get them to a place that they want to be at an accelerated pace, because that's what we do for a living.
Yeah.
There's mental health professionals out there as well, and that's what they do too, is kind of get people right in the head and right. With knowing who they are, but also processing any trauma or anything that might have happened in their lives, or
Mm-hmm.
that it's just kind of lingering, causing some residual effects that might be not very welcome. I don't know if that's making any
Well,
sense.
a little bit of cabin fever can happen.
Yeah, a little bit of cabin fever, and also, I mean, just a lot of people are so used to go, 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 and the conveniences that
Especially
life
here.
has. Oh, I bet, man. And the
I
routine that
mean,
they have. Routine brings stability, and yeah.
what I'm seeing a lot is, people aren't used to being home with their dogs all day. I mean, the weekends, but most times, a lot of people I work with do work from home. But I think when both, people in either the whole family or the couple, and they're both home and the dog, and it's on an extended basis where you can't really go do the things you're going to do, it brings up new challenges, new ways of life. So we got to do our part right now to help that too.
Well, one of the reasons you can leave your house in New York is because of the dog, right?
Well, they haven't changed that. That's what might happen. Right now, you can leave, you can do what you want. You just can't congregate. Everything has to be to go wherever you buy something. And I think it's, what is it, 10 people, or parties of 50 or something. But for the most part, if you want to go to a bar and hang out, or the restaurants, which is what a lot of people do in New York, we go out, we eat, we socialize in those environments. People don't socialize at at their homes as much. I mean, you go out and you enjoy everything New York has to offer. Brooklyn, Manhattan, wherever you are. And you can't do that, so that changes a lot. And then people are worried, we're an island. What if it really closes down? So right now, my corner deli, he's not going anywhere, so nothing changes. I can still order anything I want. So that's going to keep businesses hopping that way. Yeah, walking your dogs, you enjoy that. Today was raining, so it wasn't that great. It is time to do more stuff with your dog. Enjoy the time. And work on some stuff in the house, yeah.
Yeah, do anything that you're procrastinating on,
Oh, I am. I got all kinds of projects. Like I was telling you,
Set up your
with the
Air Mini.
IACP, man, I got all kinds of stuff I got to do now.
Oh yeah, IACP. So you were voted the marketing director. Is that? I thought it was a president for some reason.
Yeah, you thought I was the president. That's Melanie. She's doing a badass job herself. No, I was voted into the board by the members, mostly because of my experience in marketing and advertising. So now I'm the director of marketing, doing what I can. But it's not just me; it's a team effort. But yeah, I'm trying to get the IACP's name out there, promote its members, just create more of a conversation about what we believe in. So we're doing some stuff with that, recruiting some people to help in my little marketing team so we can do even more stuff. Yeah, learning a lot about the IACP, just being on the board. That's a new experience for me.
Well, what I like about the IACP is that they're taking a bigger role, not just as an organization that a bunch of dog trainers belong to or a bunch of dog professionals. They're actually taking a legislative role and being advocates and almost in a lobbyist form.
Yeah, the legislative committee is doing a really great job.
And that's because
Rick and John and the rest of the team.
There's a lot of misconceptions in this world pertaining especially to tools that dog trainers use.
Yep.
And a lot of
tools and methods.
Tools and methods.
Yep.
And a lot of people have a misconception because they have not, they don't know the true nature of how to correctly use these tools, or the true nature of a methodology. For instance, like the Keeler methodology. A lot of people just get crazy and they say that is, yank and crank and all this, where if you really know it, and I know it because I've taken the classes over and over and over again, you realize that it's one of the gentlest and fairest methods that you can do, because it's a method based on repetition and based on showing the dog in a clear picture over and over and over again. And they don't use e-collars, but then we also have methodologies that use e-collars. And like NAPOPO, for instance, it stands for negative, positive, positive. The negative aspect is negative reinforcement. And people hear that and they automatically think that is a bad thing.
Yep.
Where it's not a bad thing. It's just a term that we use in dog training. And a lot of times the dog needs to, fight through something to get to what it wants. Like if you watch somebody like a police dog with a harness on and it's just pulling, trying to get to something, and then it finally gets it, that pulling is negative reinforcement. So when it pulls against something like that is actually positive for that dog eventually, because they know as long as they fight and they fight harder, they're going to get the goal that they were looking for. And some dogs eat that type of stuff up.
Yeah, I mean, it's so many people are bashing methods, tools, and the saying, it's the fool, not the tool. And I feel the same way with the method. I mean, someone can take a method and go to one way with it, and it's not really the method, and say it is, but it's not.
Yeah.
And you're continuing learning. That's why you got the silver.
Always will. Yeah, I went to silver in November, and
now you got the gold.
Gold in April here in a few weeks here, even though the world is going to Corona. But it's going to take an act of the state or whatever. I will be there regardless.
Where is it?
It's in Seymour, Missouri, the NAPOPO school. And it's a wonderful space. I think they have 60 acres there. And
is it someone's facility?
Yeah, Jackie Barbieri. It's her facility. She's a breeder of Legato Romagnolos.
Nice.
Truffle dogs. Yep. Yeah. And she's got a world-class training facility, man. Not only a classroom for theory and to learn the philosophy, but also a wonderful space to work the dogs. And that's what I'm excited about. The gold part is that this is where we actually bring a dog and get to work them and know the nuances and how to build that drive, build that oxytocin or dopamine. The oxytocin's the love, I guess.
That's to get the calmer and the love. You want the dopamine first,
right? The dopamine, the
jackpot.
Yeah, the jackpot stuff, and as pet trainers, man, and what I was doing, because I thought I knew it, I thought I had an understanding of it, and I did not. I was wrong. Is that we are always like almost killing that dopamine. We're like telling the dogs, chill, don't be jumping up all over people, don't be doing this, don't be, going crazy. Where it's almost the opposite, where we want to get them fired up and then channel it into something that is something that is productive, that we can actually structure with a cue and then reinforce positively, right? And that's where the positive comes in. So thanks, babe.
I need to learn more about it. I haven't gone to the schools. I'm looking forward to Pat's presentation at conference. I couldn't make it to his last seminar, but I'm definitely going to try to get another one. Maybe try to bring him to Jersey over here, maybe next year. But
they recommend
hint, trying. But definitely going to try to learn from him at a conference if I get to see it or catch it on video later. But yeah, that school sounds amazing. I mean, you got the
it is amazing
work.
I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it, even for people that are just brand new in the dog world, And I know
it's a cost thing for a lot of people too. That's but you gotta put a big time and cost.
Yep, it is. It isn't cheap, but doing the quality, the stuff is not cheap, and
doing it right
is worth it.
Yeah.
So,
it's on my list of things I definitely want to do and put the time towards as well. I mean, every person I talked to that went to it loves it.
I saw him at the IACP conference.
Who?
Bart Bellin.
Oh yeah, I saw him too.
Remember when he did that presentation?
Yeah, we put the e-collar on the people. Yeah, made him compete.
I love that, man.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's totally fair because we're putting it on the dog. Might as well know exactly what we're doing and that's what a lot of the gold or the silver school is, putting the e-collar on people.
Yeah.
And the clicker, the clicker right here, and then the e-collar.
So you doing a single or a double click? Because I know I saw in the presentation he does a double click a lot.
I do a double click.
Yeah.
Yep. Here, watch.
And here comes your dogs.
Yep, she's already right here. Come here. Come on here.
You got 8, you were telling me, right?
Yeah, for now. I mean, I have 3 really old dogs.
Yeah.
Then I have a rescue dog that I have adopted, but I'm also, if I find a home for her, and I'm looking, but she's a special placement, but she's a very, very, very talented dog in regards to frisbee, fetch, and just loves to work. And so that's number 4. And then I have these little guys, man, and I want to eventually breed these little guys. I want to see what I can come up with on the breeding end, and just try my hand at that, and nice. train up the pups, and just throughout the whole life cycle, I want to experience that. I've never really bred dogs, but I definitely have. We'll do all the genetic testing and health. And I have a lot of friends that are very world-renowned breeders that are willing and have told me that they're definitely going to help me, and I'm excited.
Seeing we got some comments out there.
Do we?
Yeah, it's not showing on our end, but I just switched. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm listening to you on Facebook. I definitely saw there were some comments.
Okay,
Chris, Jessica Hutchins. Can you see it?
No, here I'll go right now to Facebook. So yeah, it's just kind of a casual live that we're doing. I just messaged him and asked if he wanted to go live.
Just not seeing it. Usually we see it on the side here on Be Live. It's just
they're always
seeing it today.
Redoing it.
Oh yeah, they're changing the software.
So let's see what we got. I'm going to my Bow Wow Bill page. Even my internet's a little slow here, so. We got lots of comments here. So, I haven't been able to see any of these comments. So, hello, Tosh. Been looking forward to this. Jason, you will love Pat's seminar. Absolutely.
Of course, can't wait.
Jessica Hutchinson says negative isn't a bad thing at all. Consequences, absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's it. Reprimands in all contexts. That's how you use it. Amen, brothers. I mean, and it's also, that's a correction, and we also have aversions, where we want the dog to not. It's kind of the hand of God, like We don't want the dog to associate that necessarily with the human being. They want them to associate it with their own personal decision, their own personal behavior. And Linda says, "Can't stay, guys. Got to catch you on the rerun." Cool, Linda. Look forward to seeing you on the rerun. So we're not getting the comments, and that's only just a few comments. Do you see any more?
I'm seeing them on Facebook. I'm not seeing it in the Be Live area where it usually shows so you could pop them up. It's weird. Yeah, we got Tony. Chris.
Oh, you know what? Maybe if I do the old version of Facebook, because they have a new version.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I switched to the old version.
Becca Hoffman, hey. Melissa joined. Julie, what's up, all?
So maybe if I
do weeds there, everybody. Yeah, a lot of people joining in. Yeah, I know. Yeah, only ones we see right here are John and Joni. Weird.
Yeah, John and Joni from the beginning. So
yeah,
I'm going back to my page here, and I put in the old Facebook because they did the new Facebook, old Facebook thing. So, but yeah, I definitely recommend if you are a dog trainer or working with. Dude, it's not even showing me. It says, "Oh, see all." It shows me like 4 comments, man. It's interesting. This is another reason why people need to get on their own platforms. You know, this is. Yeah, I only see 4 comments, dude. And it's
we got Melanie joined. The real Prez right there, Melanie.
What's up, Prez?
President. Yeah, Adrian.
Mrs. Oh wait, who would be first? Man would be her husband. So never mind.
Brett just messaged me. I've been watching from the beginning.
Okay, good.
Oh, we got Will, my old instructor from Star Mark, joined in. What's up, Will?
I can't.
Tony.
I can't see that. I can't believe that they're not doing any. Here, let me host chat public. Maybe if I do this. Nope, I can't see any.
I just opened on my Facebook page and I'm looking at that. That's why I was moving over. Usually you can see
any comments that you see, because I might have some commented on my post. Oh,
I mean, just tell me who joined. So a lot of people are in.
Look at my dog eating cabbage.
Krista. Oh yeah, your dog's awesome, man. The other lettuce, what was that, cabbage?
Yeah.
They cooked up later for
corn beef.
So Krista Melito.
Yeah, I need to go back and see her. I was in Philadelphia and I had a client that called Krista to help me with this client to transition them to her for when I was leaving town, because I'm not going to be able to fly out every weekend or whatever it is to meet this guy. And that went very well. It went very well. Just to go to show you that we as a network can help more people with cooperation than we can with competition.
Yeah. And, you know, we can all, there's enough work for everybody. And, you know, that's, again, back to the IACP, what I love about the family we create, see each other once a year at conference, and, you know, throughout the year, just help each other out, you know, share ideas. Krista said, you came to class and you did great.
I came to class?
Seeing it? Krista Melito.
Yeah. She did awesome. Little Groucho Marx.
Yeah.
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
Yeah,
I want to do a live stream with her, but she doesn't want to do a live stream.
Yeah, she wants to always be behind the scenes. Yeah, she's badass.
Petition her to come on my Bow Wow Bill live stream. Hey, Dawn. Let me see if I can get my wife to grab my. Oh, look, dude. See, look. I got.
Oh, now it's showing up. What'd you do? There we go.
Hey, guys. Adrian, Canine Professionals. Whoa, this is crazy how it's all coming back. Can you fill up this with water, please? Okay, here.
Christian just said this shite.
Most people nowadays want to think more like a human, less like a dog. It's challenging task for the dog. Patience, handling the virtue. It's our job to teach it. Yeah, dude, I need to message Be Live and tell them that if it's a new Facebook that it doesn't work with their program.
Well, Be Live just changed their software too.
Oh, Baggins just came to class. Awesome. That's what my client that I had over there just went to class. He did awesome. It makes very good, or it makes me very proud. It's very, very good when people actually do the work. I mean, because it's going to pay if you do the work with your dog, it's going to pay you for the life of that animal. Will you hand me a pecan, please? Had to take a drink.
So Facebook world, now that we know you're all here, how's it, how you guys dealing with everything? What's going on in your neck of the woods, as they say?
There you go.
Does he eat your beard?
She was sleeping. She's a sleepy girl. She's gonna go.
How old now?
Just over 6 months.
6 months. Yeah, falling asleep right there in the beard, man.
It has magical powers. No, she's my girl, man. Chocolate Skipper Key here, and she's doing really good, man. She's definitely tired. I've been running her on the FirePod treadmill, firepod.eu. I can actually have an affiliate link that I can post up in the comments down
nice.
below.
You liking them?
Dude, I love it. It is such a tool, essential tool in dog training, I believe, and I never really used it. So a slap mill is different from a treadmill. It doesn't have a motor. Mm-hmm. It just have a bunch of bearings, and the dog runs on it, and it conditions them to their capabilities. And as soon as it stops, or they stop, it stops. And
all the videos you post, man, using that and all the work you're doing, man.
Yeah,
it's really great. I'm glad you're sharing it. It's great to watch you work through the process.
Yeah, and it's really cool to see this dog just really the drive and this dog just really coming alive in a way that I've never ever experienced, because it's counterintuitive for a pet dog trainer, to train kind of a working dog way. But I think that there's a way that I can merge the philosophies, and that's what I'm working on. Is like and that's what, when I was speaking with Bart Bell, and he was telling me, look, dude, now you can take this 180 degrees if the client wants you to, but you also have the pet dog training as well. And so it's kind of like both sides of the spectrum here. It's where I've heard it told, where working dogs are telling the dogs to go, where we as pet dog trainers are telling them stop. Knock that off. No barking. Don't jump up on people. Don't be running. Don't be pulling on the leash. Don't be crazy.
That's what they call us for. But if we can push their drive into doing other things, I personally want to learn a lot more about it.
Yeah, and that's it.
Always trying to learn more ways to do things.
The best thing about it, man, and what convinced me was the tails of the dog and straight up in the air and wagging. Yeah. And that's it, man. I want to get that, because I've had dogs that didn't look like that in the past where I've trained them. Where they looked a little flatter than I wanted them to. I might have moved too quickly with that dog, and I don't like that.
So what are you thinking? Because I see all the work you're doing. How is that transferring to the average pet owner?
Well, it's not the average pet owner. Yeah,
just a pet owner.
Yeah, but it's basically, it is a way to get the dog to think it's their idea, where previously I'd have to recreate a little me in other people. Like I'd have to really, really coach them, where if you train a dog operantly, then it's more the dog's idea, and it's so easy to transfer because it's this clicker. You hand this clicker, and that's what I remember when Pecan was so little, and I was showing that. Yeah, I do too. She's a nut too. She went and zonked out somewhere in here, but and then I said, do you want to try it? And the lady's like, what do you mean? I was like, do you want to try drilling her? And she was like, or do you want to try working with her? And she was like, yeah, sure. So I just handed this over, and I said, click it just like I click it anytime that you see her doing something that you like. And they got it. It immediately clicked, and it was so easy to transfer over. And that's ideally what I want, is as a teacher to become unnecessary.
Yep.
And to if somebody's not doing it perfectly, then that's okay, because they're not me.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that I do it perfectly. I'm just saying that if that we're all different, and not everybody's going to be as coordinated as each other. They're not going to be perceive levels of strength or correction or whatever with the line at the same level. I mean, there's just so many nuances that comes to legislating this training, uh, interspecies communication, with somebody that doesn't live it every single day, right? And we have to remember that, man, is that we as professionals, that's what we've traded our lives to do. But these people are doing something else, and they're bringing a dog into their life.
Yeah.
And they see it with a totally different set of eyes and hear it with this totally different set of ears and smell it, And so Adrian Little recommended a book on Audible. Well, I'm listening to it on Audible, but let me get it up here. Or here, I should just look at my phone here on how to explain things better.
It's one of the harder things, reaching people.
Explanation.
Yep.
Can you see this? Hold on. Can you see
Move it up so it's over your name. Yeah. Art of Explanation.
Art of Explanation by Lee Lefevre. Lefevre.
Okay.
Lee Lefevre, The Art of Explanation. Making your ideas, products, and services easier to understand. And I think that is something, I mean, I'm reading it now. I'm not too as far into it as I want to be. But I think that's important too.
That goes back to what I did in advertising. I wasn't the copywriter, but, we have to reach people at I did a lot of direct marketing, right? So back in the day when everything was in mail, you have to reach people by the time they look at it and walk to the trash to throw it out. That's how much time you have. If you think of the internet and scrolling through and seeing things, you also have to reach people quickly, grab their interest when we talk about advertising. And then with our clients, the same thing. We only have limited amount of time. We have to say something that's going to resonate to their daily life, and motivate them to do it, which is, there's so many angles to what we do.
Well, right? Everybody's different too.
Mm-hmm. And, you have to do something that works, that feels true to what you do. You can't mimic somebody else. If you got to say it in your words. I see a lot of people trying to be something or read from a script. Out there, people are getting scripts, and but that script has to feel like it comes from you. You have to have your own spiel, as they say, right? Your own jokes, your own way of going about things.
Your own authentic signature,
Yep.
And people like that. People like it because variety is the spice of life, and people like to see, the different things that are out there. I like to go to different dog training seminars. I like the way that people, other dog trainers, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love the way you just said that. And guess what? I borrow that, a lot of times because it really makes sense. And that's why, I think it's important that people, we cooperate, we have conversations, we talk to each other, and we also, learn from each other.
100%. So you brought me on here. Anything specific that you want to chat about? Top of mind?
IACP and what's going on with the IACP as far as memberships are concerned. And I know that they're branching out to the Europe and starting to get some more members over there.
Yeah.
And so anybody that's listening from the UK or the European region, or we have Australian or anywhere in the world, if you check out canineprofessionals.com, and I put it up in the comments already, something that it is an international International Association of Canine Professionals. And so it's not just America, it's not just Canada, it's not just
it's not just dog trainers.
Not just dog trainers.
No.
We have groomers,
vets, dog enthusiasts, people that work in rescue, anything. You talk about the European, that's Glenn Cook. He's heading that up now, trying to, make things happen and make sure we all communicate the right way. We have a big Australian presence, obviously with Glenn and Pat and the Canine Paradigm, Birdie. We were just talking about.
I love Birdie.
Yeah, who doesn't? I mean, can we just listen to her talk just all day? Best voice.
She's gonna be on here too. We were just chatting, but I love her.
Yeah. So IACP. with the membership and stuff like that, obviously we're trying to grow so we can do more. We were talking about the legislative committee. That's one part. Obviously, service dog. One thing we're trying to promote obviously is that what we call the watchdog committee or watchdog group. If I'm saying anything right, I'll probably get in trouble for that. But people that keep an eye out and help us promote what we believe in and stand for what we believe in, as we were talking about earlier.
Well, and not only that, but stand for the truth. And
the
thing is that people are 10 times more likely to act based on emotion than they are on pure intellect. And a lot of these tools are presented in a very false light and brought about in a very extreme way without the complete story. And people really, really react to that. And we've had tools banned all around the world. And we've had our first attempt to ban e-collars in Hawaii, I think, in America here. And so it's something that is real, something that it needs to be, I don't know, just guarded and watched over, because I believe that these tools actually save dogs' lives. Every day. Yep. And the trainers that use them properly, and that's what's good about having a nice organization like the IACP, is that we have a brain trust that we come together every single year. We mingle, but we also go and learn. Man, you learn so much from every one of these conferences, so much, Where
I met you, right?
Yep, absolutely. Well, it's people that have been doing this for 20, 30, 40 years. And they're still going every year, because it's something that the continued learning is very important. Once you think you know everything and stop learning, you're kind of dead in the water. I tell people, waiting for that dog or that situation to come bite you in the ass, literally.
Exactly. I mean, it changed a lot for me. It helped give me confidence and see other people from, like you were saying, have been doing it 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And they're not judging you. You get to just hang out, have a conversation. One of the things I bring up to a lot of people that ask me about conference, if we're going there, learning from all the speakers, wonderful. That's what you expect. What you don't expect is the side conversation after hours, between sessions and everything. Those are amazing too, and learn a ton there. Had some crazy conversations. Learned a lot from Duke last year.
That is when the real nitty gritty of the networking happens, after the conference.
After hours.
Yep, after hours.
We'll be back at the Tiki Bar.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, well, hopefully, yeah. Well, hopefully no red tide and no coronavirus by September, we hope.
Yep, and no jumping in the pool.
So someone writing that?
No, I just said it. Yeah, I'm not seeing comments anymore. So maybe but there's more comments, because I see that there's more comments. But so we're not seeing your comments, you guys. So if you're commenting, and if
it's maybe refresh.
If it comes, I don't know how do I refresh here. I'll hit that host chat.
How'd you get it going before?
I didn't do anything, dude. It just spit them out.
It just showed up. Maybe it's the internet. I don't know, man. It's weird. Sorry, guys, if you're saying stuff. You get Facebook message. That's about what's going through right now. But sorry.
Yeah. Hi, my loves. That's Krista Melito's last comment. Is all that. I
it was. He came to class, did great. I know Julie Hart said lots of good stuff.
Yep. Shut down formal training. Shut down formal. I don't know what that's. And then, but whatever. I mean, it's Be Lives needs to get their shit together.
Yeah, they changed the software. I mean, look, it was working the other day. But who knows?
It was working yesterday. I was doing it yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday that great conversation you had.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be having a bunch of conversations, especially while everybody's isolated, and having the next couple of weeks where we
have the time, right?
Hang out at home, and so I'm already talking to some people, and they've agreed to come on with me. So I'm going to be coming on as much as possible in the next couple of weeks, just to kind of like make the time pass a little bit quickly for those that enjoy this type of stuff. So
get on and chat. Get some questions.
Well, know that the whole world is experiencing this. We're on both sides of the country here. He's in Manhattan, I'm over here in Seattle, and we're both very leery of where we're going and staying at home and getting stuff done. I'm going to reorganize my bookshelf.
Yep,
I gotta go do chicken wire on my chicken coop up top.
How many chickens you got?
My barn. Oh man, well a few of them gotten eaten, but but it's by coyotes.
Damn.
We got a bunch of coyotes here. But we have a stash of eggs. We got a lot of eggs. We got we're planting our garden here, and we're a little different. I got 5 acres, so I got a little
space
out here. But I mean, it's the same thing, dude. Like because I'm so close to Seattle, we have Costco's had this huge line out front. I went to go get a rubbing alcohol for another reason, and man, that was a trip to go see everybody snagging the rubbing alcohol, and hoarding it, and like they're filling their basket with all this rubbing alcohol
toilet paper. I don't know what to do with all that.
I get the rubbing alcohol. It's a sanitizer, but it's I don't know, it's just it was interesting to see, and that's it, man. Is that when you watch these movies like Contagion and what are the other ones like Outbreak, and it's not necessarily the virus, but how people behave in the panic. That gets to be the really scary part. And
well, it's confusing where to go with it, because you listen to the news, you see what they say, and it's how much do you believe, how much is they overreacting, how much should you react. It's hard. You want to have a normal life, but you also want to be safe and be responsible.
Yeah
Want
not to get anybody that might be vulnerable.
And like for how close is your nearest neighbor?
800 feet, I would say.
Right. So for us, you walk outside, and
how close is yours? How close is your nearest neighbor?
Right next door. I open a door. There's a door there. Then upstairs, and building on top of building. This is Brooklyn, man. Everything's right there.
Yeah.
I have everything I need basically within a few block radius. I got a great, when I can hang out, I got a great coffee shop, local deli that has like everything. Bars, one of the best pizza places around too.
But can you make coffee at your house? And can you,
I just don't need to. I just walk half a block and go get coffee.
For now.
Yeah, the way they're talking, they're not going to shut that down. You just have to get it to go. And if I need to make coffee, of course I can make coffee. I can cook, barbecue, whatever. But I also want to support those businesses.
Yeah.
Keep them open. Even though you can't sit there, you still want to buy things from them. So you still get delivery, still stuff like that, because that's the people that are really going to be hurting. I mean, I'm worried about waiters, and people that work at the restaurants.
One of my great clients, she says, "Hey, man, we're going to cancel for the next couple of weeks, so I do these dog walks." And she's like, "But I want to make sure you get paid anyway." And she sent me the money for the.
Yeah, and other people who do that. That's awesome.
That was amazing. So thank you. I appreciate people like that. That if you understand or know somebody that might be worried or struggling, and reach out to them, and who knows what my transition of this. I need to work on my Patreon page as well, and get that going, and get my content worked on that, and maybe I'll have time to do that while I'm here. So.
Well, we were talking about, an online store. You got your apparel one. I'm working on my apparel one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by No Breed Bands. No. NoBreedBands.com.
NoBreedBands.com. Post that.
Right. Ixnay on the interval pray.
I'm getting my store. It's pretty cool what you can do these days too, though. And that's something eventually, but getting that store up. I'm looking maybe finally to make some progress with other business aspects of my business, updating stuff, all this stuff. I don't want to get into that. You did a great job talking about all that with that yesterday.
By episode sponsored by
No, you did a ticker. No Breed
episode sponsored by I need to do a little coupon
Make it
code.
bigger.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
This episode sponsored by nobreedbands.com. Here, let's see it do it like this. There we go.
Episode sponsored by
nobreedbands.com. That's a
So what can we get at nobreathebands.com? What do you have that
Hoodies.
people can get?
Hoodies, sweatshirts, or
Nice.
hoodies, t-shirts, a bunch of different sayings. Like basically all I did, man, was I posted up when you think of breed bands, what are the sayings that you think of, and then all the sayings that came up, I sent to an art designer, and then I told him make a shirt out of this.
An art designer, huh?
Yep, or designer, whatever. Shut up, Jason. I don't know the
those art designer people.
Those them dar people that draw.
Them darn people. You do that art thing with the design thingamajig.
Yeah. They're expensive. I know that.
I know. I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I know what I used to charge.
Yep. And so that's it, man. Let's check it out. You go to nobreedbands.com where you can buy a shirt and have it shipped out. And if I'm going to put a coupon code. What should I make the coupon code? Shut up, Jason.
No, what's that coronavirus? What is it?
COVID-19.
COVID-19 is your code.
19% off.
Get the virus sale.
No, because people don't want to wear the shirt.
But talking about that, yeah, that's one of the things going on right now is in advertising. I have friends in the industry right now, and people are freaking out about that. I'm like, this is the perfect time to advertise. People are home, sitting in front of their computers.
Let me show you what's on over here at nobsl.com.
You're gonna screen share it.
Yep, we're gonna share this.
Go for it, man.
And here we go, showing screen, and we're going to. So here we are.
Look at you, man.
There we go. This is it.
That looks great.
Nobreedbands.com. Educate, do not eliminate. As you can see, we have one of our shirts that says that. We have various different colors, sizes. We got some hoodies. Don't bully my breed. Nobreedbands.com. Lots of t-shirts. Don't train them. Don't blame them. Nobreedbands.com. Sponsor of the live stream. And no victim, no crime. That was another one. So check them out.
Marley there.
Yep, we got a lot of different shirts there, and I need to go in and I'll set up a coupon code. I'll put it down in the comments below, and we'll see what we can do about getting you guys.
Good cause too, man. Good message, good cause.
Yep, nobreedbands.com, and I didn't want it to be like just to pit bulls because there's lots of different breeds that have been banned throughout the history of German Shepherds and Dobermans and Rottweilers, all that stuff. So check out nobreedbands.com. Get your t-shirts or hoodies today.
Trying to see if anybody's even like checking this out.
Well, we look like we got some people watching, but we can't see your comments, folks. So if you're commenting, but check that out. And again, I'll put up. I'll figure out
60 comments. So
is there really?
Oh yeah, Valerie posted a bunch of stuff about stress.
Let me see if I can get back there. Sorry, you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Valerie, man, she's posting. Is this on ours? No, Valerie, it's on a different one. That was a different conversation.
Okay.
It's not ours. I was looking at a different live. I'm on your page right now, seeing if anybody's like talking. So
that's
there it is.
Okay, yeah, 29 comments.
29 comments. That's
Julie Hart was the last comment that I see here.
14 minutes ago, Julie.
8 minutes ago.
Yeah, Julie's also, man. Back IACP, I guess we'll go back there. Julie is doing an amazing job. She's doing a lot of stuff with the certification and all that. She's the amount of work she's putting in, man. A lot of people don't know behind the scenes how much stuff's going on as a volunteer. I didn't know till I got on the board, man. The amount of stuff that happens and we talk about and we try to, I'm not going to get into details, but there's a lot of stuff going on that I didn't know, the amount of work that we have to do to try to help and keep this organization doing everything it's supposed to do, man. Craziness. And Julie's new like me. She just got voted into. Me, Julie, and Glenn.
Well, Glenn's going to be coming on, joining me here shortly as well. I've been chatting with him, but I need to reach out.
You just did a workshop, him and Narelle.
Cool.
He's doing one in Maine. I mean, he's supposed to. I think it's in Maine. They're doing it.
Well, and even
he's doing like aggression, and she's doing the nutrition.
The conference.
I'd like to go. We'll see.
Anytime that you put an event together is a big deal.
Yeah.
Got a lot of moving parts, and especially with the professional organization with hundreds and hundreds of different professionals, a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
And especially too where there's such a divide in the industry.
It's the divide in the industry and divide in even the segments of the industry. It's not just the positive only and the balance or the open-minded. There's even more segments, but trying to bring everybody together, keep an open mind. There's so much we can learn from each other. That's why, you talking about going to, the NAPOPO, what is it, the gold right now. You've been doing this a while. You don't have to go and learn more. You're successful, but there's always that thirst for knowledge to learn something else. What's another way I can help teach a dog or understand the dog better, Yep. It's a constant education. One thing I love about, when I switched careers is I did that in advertising, wanted to learn computer programs and other ways, stuff like that. But in dog training, it's endless. It's endless the amount of education and learning. And, well, I thought this, but now I think this. I learned this, but what about this? It's crazy. It's crazy. And I didn't really realize that, and it's awesome. It's only so much time in a day, and so much. It's where all our money goes too, right?
Well, yeah, but it's also, we talked about the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we see people that get in this industry and they think that they know a little bit more, or they kind of have an intuitive skill.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, but I think that they don't realize the scope, the depth of the industry and working with animals that, it definitely takes a lot more than just, I don't know, a feeling to get you through this. And I think that sometimes there are some trainers out there that are overconfident, a little bit more confident than they should be, but there's also trainers out there that have kind of imposter syndrome where they don't think that they should be doing this. And there's some that I've actually invited to come on this live stream with me. And I hope that they do, but I
think they will, man. I mean, like I said earlier, you do a great job of interviewing and, bringing up all different kinds of people. It's even crazy you want me on here, but, we have fun. So there are some comments I just noticed. Julie Hart commented, Trina, Eddie saying comments are back. Hi, all.
Are they?
I'm just doing that through the Facebook. Krista has to go. See you later, Krista.
Okay. Bye, Krista. Love you.
I mean, she's the best.
You're not that far from her.
No. A few. I mean, that's when she had the facility. It was great. I'd go to workshops there, crash on the floor, bring an air mattress, and just crash on the floor at night for the workshops. Save a few bucks. Had a little fun there.
Nice.
But yeah. And I'm gonna see her again. I don't think he's announced it, but I'll announce it. Vasconi's coming back this way. So I'll hint to that. He's coming back to up this way.
I got to reach out to Vasconi.
Get him down here? Yeah. You got to get him earlier. He goes to sleep a little earlier. A lot earlier, actually.
Mr. Vasconi, I love that guy too, man. There's so many great people in the dog training realm, man.
Yeah.
The dog professional realm.
Yeah, and, there's a lot of people that feel we're all competition. Other people that we feel, well, I'm better than you. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But, I feel as we can learn from each other. Obviously, I'm newer in the industry, so I have so much to learn. I just, I don't know. When I was in the advertising and art direction, you had similar things, like the people just knew everything. I had a guy say to me once, "Did you see the movie Drive?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "How can you call yourself an art director and you didn't see the movie Drive?" And I feel you get some of that in, dog training too. What do you mean you don't know blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get there yet, or went a different angle. But
Yeah.
so it's crazy. What do you mean you use food? What do you mean you don't use food? It's crazy. But I try to compare this to the advertising and art direction and design field, and there are a lot of similarities in that, and it's a little crazy. Um,
Well,
but
just
I'm the
I think that
yeah,
it's charged with their passion.
yep,
Would you agree? And that might
yeah.
lead to some kind of overreactions. That might lead to some kind of salaciousness, some kind of.
I think it's a. I think part of it. I think what I've seen in part of it is ego. Part
Yeah.
of it is.
And if you look at ego,
Um,
it's basically how others view me,
hmm
right?
Yeah, like I said, I'll go back to that guy. He honestly felt, how can I call myself an art director if I didn't watch a movie that is beautifully art directed? I'm like, mm, you
Bill,
know,
check it out, man. Thank you.
yeah, that's what I said. I'll go check it out. But
Yeah.
it's just the view of like you don't agree with the same. It's not positive only in this and that, but it's. I believe this is so important. How do you not believe it's that important? And that's where I'm seeing the similarities. It's like you just talk about Keeler or you talk about Napo, and there's so many different things to learn. I'm learning from a bunch of people, and I try to, gear it different ways. And back to conference. That's why at conference you can learn from things you never thought you'd go learn from, or
That's
people you
Ian
didn't think to.
Dunbar, man. Ian Dunbar is the shit.
Oh, last year that was crazy, right?
Yeah, I'm still trying to get him back on here. So if anybody's got, who's got his number? Somebody's got his cell phone number. I'm going to call him. But I've been messaged him a few times. But I chatted with him, and he's a great guy. Like just talking with him, I think I'm a good judge of character, and I really enjoyed our conversation. And then Gracia Stewart, that training. And being able not only to talk to her about it, but then also to be able to talk to some of my colleagues on their interpretations of her presentation. And Robin McFarlane, excuse me, kind of brought it all home for me, man.
Yeah.
When she was just like, no, this is the ultimate fair and micro movements type of thing. And I was just like, wow, I get it. And sometimes that's what it takes to really, really come to a conclusion is contemplation, but also discussion and it's good to have, man. It's good to have dialogue. It's good to have debate in a healthy way that lead to people changing and improving. Ultimately, we're doing this to improve the lives of dogs all around the world, right?
Yeah, that's why we all got into it. At least I hope.
Yeah, I hope so too.
You get into this to help the love of dog. Canine appreciation.
Yeah, I mean that's why I got into it. I mean, it's also it's fulfilling to me, but it's also hard. And I get it, like what you were saying about how can you call yourself a designer without watching this. It's like it's hard for me sometimes when I see potential in a dog that a client doesn't realize or really doesn't care about. You know what I'm saying? And and then how do you juxtapose presenting that? And I don't know. I mean, it's just an interesting thing, man. And how do you justify like the dog not being fulfilled, or I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking of myself here.
Yeah, getting in your head a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to watch, man. Especially when you really are passionate and love what you do, and
What's one of the things that I've been doing that I just offer to my students, and I know a lot of people do a similar thing. I do just a group walk on once a month. I want to try to do it more, and just seeing their dogs do well around other dogs in that situation. And again, I'm not looking for perfect obedience or anything like that. I know everything could get better, but seeing their faces, and I have dogs that are so fearful, and one's actually moving. But when I first met it would barely could go downstairs. Now it's walking in Brooklyn, doing great. and just seeing their faces, or people that think my dog's so reactive, it can't do this and that. We bring it to this environment with a nice, group, and to see the owners' faces and their emotions tied to their dogs, nothing better. And talk about unity. My last one, Byron Flores, right? Bobby Arnone and Kelly, all came to also at the group walk. Nothing there, just to help out, enjoy the walk, and then they actually, shared some of their knowledge with my students too, and we all grabbed some food. But everybody there for the same goal, helping people with their dogs. It makes, I don't know, to me it feeds the soul, right? Yeah. So,
and when you can get together with people that everybody does it for a living, you kind of pick up conversations. You have conversations that you don't typically have with the general public, and it's refreshing to kind of figure shit out.
So I'm seeing a comment here. Miss Julie Hart says, Jason, just a suggestion. Talk about how you explain to your clients what to do. You do a great job with that. Well, thank you, Julie. I'm trying to understand what you explain to my clients. Well, I try to use analogies, real life analogies. I know Chad Mackin always talks about that too, and I think a lot of trainers do that, and it's just in my personality. Try to make it relate to them, have fun. Maybe I throw a few jokes, and help them understand their dogs. Something I do that I think is fun. One part of my lesson, I get everybody standing up, and I want them to understand how their dog sees things. So everybody feels they say things verbally, and the dog gets it, right? This is just something I do for fun. Adds a little joke, but so we do the name game with dogs. I have, say the name, mark, and reward. Nothing fancy. Before I do that, I have them stand up, and I tell them I'm going to ask each of them a question. If they understand, comply. If you don't, I tell them you'll figure it out. So I look at them, and I go, boy, bo, 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 boy, Anna. And they look at me like, what the hell are you doing? I go, boy, bo. And all of a sudden they walk towards me, and I go, oh, you speak Hebrew? And they go, no, I have no clue what she just said. But my body language asked them to come. So basically what I was doing is, if it's a male and female couple, I use the male version of come and the female. And they go, yeah. I go, what was the word? And they look at me and they go, oh, because I wasn't clear. And it's just because I speak Hebrew, I grew up in Israel, I'm able to use that. But it quickly gets them to understand that's what you do to your dog. Because I don't say the word once, I say it multiple times. I add other words to it. I say, come here, come now, why aren't you listening? And I go, see, but I gave you some body language and you understood. So does that mean you know Hebrew? No. Does that mean your dog knows the cue? No. And I think little things like that help the people go, oh, now I get it. And those are the kind of things I try to do to help them understand. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes total sense, man. Thank you for explaining that. That's just a different way, and you're lucky too to be bilingual or multilingual. I mean, I wish I was. Especially when people are talking around me, the Belgians.
Yeah. They're just talking about you.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, English? No talking shit about me.
But if you think about it, you can do that with random words. I know Casey Cover, I've seen in one of her videos, she says a nonsense word and touches your shoulder and does that repetitively. And then eventually she says that same word, you move your shoulder.
Right.
It's the same type of thing. But it's a nonsense word, but with repetition, you get it. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's Julie meant, but trying to do different things to help them relate, I guess.
I hope that's what you meant, Julie.
I don't know. I saw that comment. I don't know if it.
Well, I mean, we don't see the comments anyway, so it's.
I'm seeing them. I go back and I refresh. Clayton Matthews says, "Hey, pretty boys." Well, thank you, man. I don't know about pretty, but okay.
You're pretty.
Yeah, man. Oh, please. Oh, please.
Well, man, I better get off because I got to go spend some time with my beautiful wife on our
I know.
16th
St.
year
Patty's
anniversary.
and anniversary, man.
Yep, that's how I got married on St. Patty's, so I wouldn't forget. So
yeah, it's a hard one to forget. Well, thanks for jumping on. Sorry, everyone, we couldn't see your comments. We just wanted to have a little fun here.
Yeah. And I'll be on probably the next day or so with somebody else, and not as pretty as Jason here, but
yeah, right. And not the president either.
Yeah, marketing, head of marketing. But check out k9professionals.com.
Okay.
Check out the conference this year is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
and I think everybody's going to be a little bit stir crazy, so it's going to be even more awesome.
awesome. Yeah, great lineup. Have a lot of fun. Hope to see you all there. Okay.
So awesome, buddy. Stay right there. Bye, everybody, and I'll say goodbye to you here in just a second, Jason. Okay, so stay right there.
Later, everyone.